We are going to study in this course, and then we will start with our first lecture. So in this course, what you are going to study is what is cybersecurity, different security threats we will study, then how we can fight against the different attacks. So these are the things that we are going to study here. Then we will study different tools that can be helpful to detect such kind of threats and all of this. And also we will study the incident management life cycle. So these are the things that we are going to study in this course. So getting started with today's lecture. Today, the topic of discussion will be just to understand the cybersecurity concepts. Means the main concepts that are very important in this course. And we will study some of the tools that can be used by different cybersecurity teams. So our today's objective will be to understand cybersecurity, its importance, and the tool that can be used for the security purpose. So getting started with the cybersecurity. Now, what is cybersecurity? If I explain that in most easy words, then it will be just a practice to protect your computer system, whether it is your computer system, whether it's your network, your programs, your data, from any unauthorized access. Now, what is the meaning of unauthorized access? Means the person who is not allowed it to use your system. Maybe to protect your computer system or your local system, you may have different passwords that can be known by the owner of that PC or desktop computer. To protect your systems from unauthorized access, you use passwords. Similarly, if you want to protect your network or program or your sensitive information from such kind of people whom are not allowed it to access your data, that can be a cyber attack. Means the attack that is through internet or different networks is known as the cyber attack. And what is cybersecurity? The practice of protecting your networks from such kind of attacks. They can be damage or they can be misdirect your data. So to protect our systems and networks from such kind of attacks, we use cybersecurity. So this field is basically designed to protect your system to ensure the security of the net. So that is the basic definition of cybersecurity. So if you have any question related to cybersecurity till now, let me know.
Clear, ma'am.
Now, we will study some of the key aspects of cybersecurity. The first one is the data protection. What a cybersecurity will do, it will ensure that your sensitive data. Now, what is the meaning of sensitive data? Means your personal information. It can be your financial records. It can be any business documents that you want to be safe from the unauthorized person. I have explained the term unauthorized. So in cybersecurity or in networking for the people who are not allowed it to access our information is known as the unauthorized person or unauthorized access. Just to save your information from that, cybersecurity issues. So the first thing that a cybersecurity ensure is the data protection. Then the second one is the network security. Just like I mentioned, cybersecurity, the main purpose of cybersecurity is to protect your system, your network, to ensure that your network is secured from hackers, from different malwares, different phishings, or different denial of services. So we will study all of these terms one by one. These are the different cyber attacks or threats that can be happen on your system. So to protect your network from these attacks, we use cybersecurity. So second point, the cybersecurity will ensure the security of your network. Then the application security. If you observe that in your systems, firewall is installed. Now, what is the purpose of firewall? To protect your system from unwanted or apps that can be harm your computer. So, what the firewall will do? It will block all the incoming applications, and if you allow them to install, then it will install. So the third thing is the cybersecurity will ensure the application security. Means if there is any vulnerabilities, if there is any bug or they need some sort of troubleshooting, then they will do at the time of their deployment or development. Then the endpoint security. Now, what does it mean? You have connect your laptops, your smartphones with each other end to end. So this cyber security will ensure that the end-to-end connection that is made between different laptops or smartphones is secure. So these are the different aspects that are covered by the cybersecurity. Now, we will discuss some of the common cyber threats. The first one is the phishing attack. If I explain in simple and easy words, sometimes you got some spam mails or even messages that click on this link and you will get a reward, or click on this link to get your delivery package. Such kind of attacks is known as phishing attacks. So if you try to click on that link, what will happen? They may acquire your sensitive information by different techniques. They can also hack your data. They can do multiple things with that. So
Yeah, but
this
does it
question,
really? It really depends. Yes, it really depends, though, isn't it? Because these type of attacks, they can't just automatically take your data. You have to input your data. For example, if there was a bank, the Barclays Bank in the UK, if someone made a website, a fake website from the Barclays Bank, someone might enter their card details or the login details, and the hacker will get that information.
yes,
So that
exactly.
is another that is one of the ways in phishing attacks that someone can fish your information
Yes,
out of you.
that kind of
Yeah.
attacks are known as phishing attacks. So that is very common nowadays. So to avoid that, different kind of AI detection tools are nowadays used by different telecommunication companies, or even when your Gmail detects some sort of activity that this email or whether this message can be harm your device or you, they send that message to the spam box or spam category that after you review that carefully, then you can whether you are interested in or whether not, you can go with it. So that can be different fake websites, that can be through emails, through messaging. Different techniques are there for phishing attacks. Now, one of the most common phishing attack is like if some link is shared to you through emails or messages, if you click on that link, your IP address can be easily hacked. So that's why mostly to steal the information, hacker use such kind of attempts. Then we have ransomwares, means a type of virus that locks user out of their system. Now what this happens? Now there are different softwares available. You install on your PCs. You install them there. Now what will happen? Your system will be locked itself. You cannot log into your system until you pay a specific price to you. So that is another kind of attack. Now we have the third type, malwares. These are the softwares that can damage your computer. Now what will happen? Most commonly, example, if I take, you want to install a antivirus or a specific software, but they different websites demands that if you want to install this software, then you must have to install this too. But sometimes what happen that if you install a specific software, a software itself installed in your system without your permission and you don't even know. So what will happen? How it will damage your system? It might take a lot of space and you don't even know. It might start damaging your files itself. So this kind of attack is also common, or it might can gain your unauthorized access to the system. Then we have DOS attacks. Now, this kind of attack means that a
Wait,
any question?
I've got a question. Yeah, is it DOS attack or DDoS? There's DDoS,
Uh,
I think so.
we can also call it DOS and we can also call it DDoS.
Because I think so. There's a difference between both of them. The DOS attack is a singular computer or singular
I
device
will
attacking and
explain
causing traffic.
this term in the next slide. We
Yeah.
have a specific
Oh,
topic on this
yeah.
DDoS and DOS. I'm just explaining the basic concepts of cyber threats. In the upcoming slides, I have discussed this term that you have just discussed here. Okay. So DDoS
Yeah, perfect.
means that it will be sent a massive amount of traffic that can be crashed or being unknown. Sometimes what happened, the server goes down normally without anything happen. Mostly when in your civil services exams you have, if you give sometimes, then due to heavy amount of students, they are trying to check their results. Your website or server goes down. Why? Because there is a massive amount of traffic. No, this is can be done purposely by different hackers, but normally it also happens. Now, what will happen? This server becomes unavailable, or it can be crash your system. So that is the DDoS attack. So these are some common cyber threats that can be faced. Then we are going to discuss another term, like how cyber security will shows the concepts and why it is important and why it's really matter. So we will discuss the importance of cybersecurity. Now, the first one is the loss of data for business processes. We know that data is the backbone of any business operation. If data is not protected, then anything can be done. For example, you are running an organization. Let's suppose you are owner of a social media application. Now, people trusted your application. They use your application. There can be the trillions of data of my trillions of users. What if your data is not secure? What if you have not a proper mechanism of securing the data of your customers? Anyone can easily access the chat or access the account of the other person. What will happen? The people or your customers will start losing interest in your website. They will not trust your website. They will not use your application. So your business will not work well. So these cyber attacks can lead to data breach. What is mean of data breach means the data can be leaked, as I mentioned. So that's why you should use cybersecurity mechanisms or tools to protect your data. So the first reason that why we should cybersecurity is to protect our data, because data is very important. Then the next one is diminished reputation. Now, as I mentioned, you are owner of a social media application. We know that in this era, different social media applications are most widely used. Even sometimes, if the server of Facebook or WhatsApp goes down, even for 1 hour, what happened in the entire world? So let's suppose you are the owner of the similar social media application. Your application is very trustworthy, but you don't have a good cybersecurity mechanism to protect your customer data. What will happen? First, your data can be lost. We have discussed, but your reputation will also go. You will lose the trust of the people. They will maybe you have to face different penalties because of that. Maybe you are failed as a company to protect the sensitive data. The data can be of multiple kind. It can be the customer information. It can be the financial details. Even if we are talking about social media application, it can be the simple account details of or different user chats that are very private for everyone. If they are leaked, then what will be happen? There are different professionals or business uh, personals that use these trusted social media application, mostly like WhatsApp, Instagram, different application. What if their data is start breaching? You will face penalties. You will lose the trust of your clients. Your reputation will be damaged. So that's why we have different applications here. They use a good cybersecurity mechanism. They use different checks, different security walls they use to protect your data. Different encryption methods or algorithms are used. If you notice that whenever you use Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp Messenger, uh, it is written your chat is end-to-end encrypted. Now, what does that encrypted means? So, encryption is basically an algorithm that is used to protect your data. Now, encryption means that your data is converted into another form. Like you have sent a good morning text or a hello text to someone. They will juggle that words into another form. And then a key will be sent it to decode or decrypt that data. So when the data will travel from one end to another end, you don't know where the other person is sitting around the world. So data have to travel between these two. So if the data is in the original form, that can be a very personal or a specific information that you don't want to share with anyone. But a third party person, a third party application, or even the hacker can steal that information. Then what will you do if it is in the original form? So that's why different social media applications use encryption algorithms. They will change the form of the data. They will juggle the words and then they will use a key with that. They will send the message, the encrypted message, and the key to decode. For that, they use ciphertext. Multiple techniques are used. So if it is in the outline of this course, then I will teach you or show you how that algorithms will work. Then at the other end, they use decryption algorithm. With that key, they decrypt the original text and the other person got the original form of the text. This is how nowadays data is getting protected. This is the latest technique of protecting the data. That's why whenever you use the social media applications, you get a highlighted message on the top that your chat is end-to-end encrypted. So that is the second reason why we should use the cybersecurity. Now, some key aspects are here, like how your reputation can be damaged if you don't use cybersecurity. As I mentioned that you will lose the customer trust. Like if a bank systems are compromised and the customer financial data is exposed, what will happen? Many people will move their accounts to the other banks. It means that you are losing the customer trust. Then negative publicity means everywhere different media will cover your company. There will be a negative impact of your organization. So, if you remember, like in 2018, there was a Cambridge Analytic scandal. So the Facebook have to suffer the reputational damage because of that. You can also search about them that they accuse. Okay, it's okay, no problem. If you have any questions during the lecture, then you can let me know, okay? So the company was accused of failing to protect the user privacy because there was allegations that the privacy of the user is not protected. So there was a leading widespread of public outrage. So that's why if you remember that after 2018, the Facebook have now very strict policies for protecting your data just due to this scandal. Now, if you are not going to protect your data, means if you are not using cybersecurity, then what will happen? You may face financial penalties for non-compliance. As I mentioned before, that if let's understand first the term of non-compliance. It means the company has failed to follow the laws or regulations. Maybe, for example, whenever you install a software in your systems, there is an agreement that we just blindly click that I agree. In that agreement, everything is mentioned related to the laws and regulations that there can be different clauses that if the data is breached, there can be a specific clause for that for your data security and privacy. There also can be a clause. And what we do, we don't read that agreement. 90% of people do that. And we just click on that. And if that application is not that trustworthy, then what will happen? It's our own data. So it is advised to at least just take a look on that agreement. So non-compliances means that the company has failed to follow the laws and regulations that are mentioned in that kind of agreement. Now, maybe that laws or regulation can be designed to protect your sensitive information, means the customer data. These are often set up to ensure that your business take a proper step to prevent the data breach. So multiple clauses are added in that. So if you break that, then it is a non-compliance. So if such kind of thing is happening, then maybe you have to face penalties. Maybe you have to pay to your customers if their data is breached, if their sensitive information is revealed or some unauthorized person access that.